Hello, prophets, and welcome to another episode of Technical Analysis by the Crypto Prophet. Today's episode is brought to you by. Let's dive into the charts right now. As you can see here, we have bounced off on the daily of the September 29th, 2021 resistance. This is a very good sign for support here for this 42,472 that I laid in on September 29th as resistance. Now I'm getting that as support, so we've kind of come full circle here. So that was back over here for the resistance. Then we shot up through it, and then we come all the way back down, and we're going to bounce off it. So what's going to happen? Are we going to get a bounce from here? Or are we going to crash down lower? If we crash down lower, look for this 42 to be major support. If not, then 40. So we've got a couple of big support levels coming up pretty quick for us. If we take a look here from our high at 69, bringing it on down, make a little wedge here from the last low. We didn't go that low this time. We could see middle of January, Jan 18, looking for a move here. If we kind of start to peter around and use this line of support and come back up, there's potential that we come up from here. Now if we break down through, which is more likely to happen, that we're going to come down to 42 and test that 42, test the 40, potentially we're going to be coming back into the 30s down here. Okay, now we've got this major line here going back to June that we could be using to bounce off of as well. So we're looking at this as a whole macro side of things about what's going to happen to Bitcoin, where we're headed. So right now on the 5-day, we're still down in the green quicksand. We did manage to get out of it, get up to that 69.9. But since then, after we've had these wedges here that were bullish patterns, shot up. We had one here, but we couldn't make it and we crashed down. Now we're down below the midsection, which is not good for Bitcoin. So we're below this green middle line in the Gaussian channel. Not a good sign. We do, however, have this little blue line of moving average to bounce off of if we're able to do that. Looking here, and we go from 0 to 100 here on this Stokes. So now we're down at 0. So we are expecting some sort of action here. So if we middle these out, 264, wait for this red one to get down here to 0. It didn't this past time, but it didn't get back up. If we go previous, they both hit at 0, and then it took a bit of time before we shot way up. And let's give an exact number on that. Here, since we hit, it took 45 days. So if we map that out here, and we go, say we're going to hit here, and let's go forward 45. We're looking at end of February, February 25th, where we're going to potentially move up. Let's give that date for you guys here on the chart. February 25th to where we're going to be down somewhere. Let's just say it could go down as low as 40. And then we start to make our way up from here. So it's going to look something like this. And then we're going to make our way up. Of course, we've got this going to be resistance, this going to be resistance, this going to be resistance, this going to be resistance. However, we've seen in the past that Bitcoin can just shoot up through those resistances like nothing. Like they don't mean anything. So again, the law of probability here, and let's take a look at our market cipher. Still coming down, possibility that this blue wave comes down. We were here 2 days ago. Now we're here. It could still come lower, and this could end up being this type of pattern where these charts aren't doing anything till we're way up here at the end of March. Now couple of videos ago, I did say April 18th was a date to look out for, and that was based on our blue hash ribbons here. Bingo, right here. Based on the movement and the pattern of these from past history, we were looking at April 18th to print another blue dot in order to shoot up from there and get up to that 90K that we need. So if we look here, taking this past blue one to here, 127 days, and then this one here, that took 251 days. So let's say, we'll just call it 251 days just based on that last one. We're looking at, yep, April 13th. That week right there, that's going to be a big one to look out for. That also coincides with coming down in this giant macro wedge to where we could bounce up and essentially come on out of it and head up higher to and hit this point. So back in June, this was my prediction for mid-December, was this 89,997.69 cents. And you could see where we're at now compared to that one. Now, of course, we were getting real excited when we were here, beginning of November. We could just keep on moving on up to it. But as you can see, instead of here, we are here. Let's see the difference in that one. It's going to be 52.67%. Wow, and since that date, now where we're here, it's just a couple of weeks. So, a lot to think about, a lot going on. Let's take a look at Sandbox real quick, just for fun. Let's make a little wedge here. I take this high, bring it on down, and we'll go from this low here way back. So again, let's look for Jan 12. That's a big date. Jan 12. Boom. Wow. Let's get Jan 12 in the mark here. All right, for sand to do some action. We've got some movement, some uptrend here in this on the daily. Let's get back and look at the 4-hour on this. So if we do a 4-hour pattern, bring it in from here. Not much to be had right there. Zoom in this 1 minute, just pretty much going sideways. Yeah, just kind of right on the precipice of the 55 EMA. But we're talking macro. We all want to know what's going to happen in 2022. If we want to talk about some leverage trading right now, let's get to the 4-hour here on the Crypto Profit. Watching this real time, people. Let's not be shy of these ones now. We've got a lot to figure out here. This is really, they're really having a great time with this one here. We are here, we're coming down. We're going to have to see, could be a bounce off of this, could get rejected here, we could go above it, bounce from here. We're really at a precipice here with Bitcoin. So let's take a quick look at Ethereum. All right, Ethereum. Pretty similar to Bitcoin. Let's zoom in here on the 1 hour and see what it's been doing today. So we've red dotted now today. Our money flows down, so we're going to be looking. Now let's check out the Stokes. Yep, I mean we've been coming down here, so this is pretty good here. As far as like we just want to watch this previous line of resistance, which is now resistance again, and this previous line of support and resistance. We'll see what happens there, but looking pretty good here that we have created. Just to give some reference, we're in this kind of, which is a bearish pattern. This ascending narrowing wedge. Pretty likely we're going to break down from here. Red dot on the 1 hour. This is pretty good for some scalp shorting right now on ETH. Let's get into that in a bit. Next time I'll show you guys some more of the trades that we got going over on Bybit. So take a look at the links in the description of the video. We've got Bybit and we've got Market Cipher discounts for you guys, Bybit, TradingView. So check all that stuff out if you guys want to get into leverage trading, but certainly check out Jason Casper trading.com, JaysonCasper trading.com. Best course that you can get in the planet for trading. Looking bearish here. Overall, we're on a downtrend, looking bearish, and we're just going to have to see how this plays out. I mean, it's boom. Here we go. But we do have some of these nice levels we've bounced off of. Okay, this trend line here.